X-Defiant is a new multiplayer game by Ubisoft that has been skyrocketing in popularity recently due to people calling it the quote-unquote COD-Killer. It's currently in closed beta and it consists of 6v6 multiplayer matches on up to 14 maps. There's game modes that will remind you of COD, such as Domination, and there's also game modes that will remind you more of like Overwatch, such as like Payload from Overwatch, which in this game is called Escort. This game is notable for being able to choose between 5 different classes of characters when you're playing. Now, like at first you might be thinking, okay, this is nothing new here. Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, yada, 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 all those games, they do classes, right, where you have different classes of characters to choose from, each with their own abilities, their own pros and cons. Well, X-Defiant is kind of cool. It does it in a more unique way because each of these 5 classes takes characters and general themes and elements from one of their iconic games. So one class takes characters and elements from Far Cry, one class takes from Watch Dogs, one class takes from Ghost Recon, one class takes from Splinter Cell, and one class takes from The Division. So it's like the Super Smash Bros. For Ubisoft for their shooter games. I think this is a really cool idea. So not only do we have a game that looks great and I'm told it feels great to play, but you also have a very fun and unique spin on it. You take 5 great game series and you sort of mash them together in a creative way, and all in all in a COD-like game. My first video that I made, which was about a month ago, which broke records at YouTube. It is the #1 viewed video on the YouTube platform right now. I'm just kidding, it has like 15 views. But I talk about how basically there's this one independent company right now that is making a COD-like game that is literally through the Roblox engine. And it has really been gaining a lot of popularity. And in that video, I talked about how, I think competition is a good thing. I am a huge believer in competition among creators so that consumers can get the best product. The whole concept of COD is very simple, and yet it is just universally fun. Everyone loves COD games, but COD has been slacking lately. They don't seem to care about change. They don't seem to care about their fans. They just kind of seem to think, hey, we're COD and we'll always be COD. We'll always be on top, so who cares? And I mean, that's just kind of my little rant, but basically what I'm saying is I think a game like this that comes out of nowhere and it is taking a lot of popularity, it's taking a lot of audience from COD, I think that's a good thing. Okay, at the very least, if X-Defiant turns out to be a flop in the long run, maybe we'll at least now see better moves from COD, because now they know that there's more competition coming up. But for now, I think X-Defiant does look like a great game. I'm not sure when it will actually be fully released, but it is set to release on PC and consoles, and my guess is that it will be free with microtransactions like a lot of games are now. For now, the closed beta ends on this Sunday, April 23rd, so you have about 5 days to find a beta code and play it before we wait for the full game. Geez, we got Call of Duty, we got now X-Defiant, which is through Ubisoft, and we even have Roblox. This is quite a time to see who will end up on top, but nonetheless, it will be very interesting to watch.